I'm Sue Williams, aka Dr. Sue. I'm Project Director for Our Town, Our Kids, and we're here today to talk in these little 5-minute lightning talks about some of the goals and objectives that came out of your study circles. This one is mentoring, something that all of you agreed in all 5 locations that you wanted to know more about and try to develop something that would help the success of your at-risk kids through a mentoring program. These are some of the questions we're going to talk about. Should we, why, and how to? You also will notice that there's facts involved everywhere, which reminds us again of some of the study circle things that we talked about, and that is facts are stubborn things, aren't they? They just keep hanging around. They divide themselves from the myths. And I like this little cartoon. He says, "Hold my calls until I'm willing to listen." Well, now we're all together. We are listening, so this is a good time for us to review. So should we mentor? Well, this reminds me of that one caring adult. This is one of the most consistent findings throughout the last 30 years of research on at-risk kids. One caring adult can make the difference. Mentoring is also, so that gives us that opportunity. Mentoring is also a very popular issue, has been around since at least the 70s, with a lot of organizations serving more than 3 million youth. Some of these you know, Big Brothers Big Sisters, Boys and Girls, CASA. CAFA is also court-appointed friends and advocates, so for court processes for at-risk kids or juvenile justice involved kids. So should we mentor? Probably. And that has an asterisk because it's a little more complicated than right? Everything is. So we also need to know why should we be mentoring. And for that, we need to look at the research, the scholarly research, whole bodies of research, not just 1 or 2 cases, but big bodies of research. And so there's 4 things that we usually want to know about mentoring programs. Do they reduce recidivism or delinquent reoffending? Does the impact differ based on risk level of the youth? Does the quality of the match matter? And does the quality of the mentoring program matters? In a nutshell, because that's what we have time for right now, it's mixed results. Disappointingly, there are very few studies that can show any significant reduction in recidivism as a direct result of mentoring, at least what we've been able to show through the studies. Does the risk level matter? Not really. A little bit, evidence suggests that higher risk youth are likely to be a little more advantaged. Does the match matter? Well, not for recidivism again. Just doesn't seem to affect that. But it does to satisfaction for both the mentee and the mentor. Quality of the program, we do begin to get some good results here. The quality of the program, the more boxes it checks, then the better the results and the outcomes for that. So what's the answer here? Why to mentor? Well, use the because clause. So when you start to think about a mentoring program, say, when considering a mentoring program, it appears that this would be appropriate and useful because, and then go out and lay out your expectations and what you want the mentoring to accomplish. Be very specific about that. So how to mentor? It's a process. It's not a one-time shot, right? So we have lots of goals and objectives and training. Fidelity of the program is important. But in Western Kansas, as we know, as with other issues, we have the conundrum of flexibility. We have to consider resources and distance and isolation and access and training and that sort of thing. And we need to be true to those while also building in the flexibility that we need to address those additional challenges. We know that it's not a one-size-fits-all. That seems to be a pattern, right? With all of our programming, we need to keep that front and center. Mentoring does give us this opportunity because we know sometimes kids just need somebody to listen. So it gives us that opportunity and to use mentoring as a catalyst for other things. Through teamwork, we can do it. We got this, okay? You have more resources and a Q&A following. See you soon. Bye.